While you're undoubtedly familiar with the law of attraction, have you ever heard of the law of sacrifice? Few people have. Rooted in ancient Nordic mythology, the law of sacrifice has almost been forgotten. However, it teaches us how to give up certain things in order to manifest what we desire most of all. So, where should you start if you want to apply this in your own life? In this video, we'll explore what the law of sacrifice involves and how you can use it. In particular, we'll look at how it can help improve your well-being, and what you can sacrifice now for the greater good. Finally, we'll cover some suggestions for how to complement your law of sacrifice work with Nordic runes. We're releasing videos every week on the law of attraction, manifestation, and tips on how to live your best life. So be sure to subscribe to make sure you never miss out. Oh, and please like the video. Every time you do, it helps us get the message about the law of attraction out to more and more people. Okay, let's take a dive into the law of sacrifice. What is sacrifice and what does it mean? Let's begin by thinking about the notion of sacrifice in more depth. What is sacrifice, exactly? The basic idea here is that you let go of something so that you can obtain or achieve something of greater value. As we'll see later, the idea of self-sacrifice to manifest a great destiny is exemplified in Norse mythology, and the forgotten laws teach that willingness to make such sacrifices is essential if we're going to obtain what we truly want. Often, such sacrifices can look daunting at first glance. You can feel as though you're having to make frightening changes as you step into the unknown. However, all of the most powerful examples of self-sacrifice ultimately involve giving up something that no longer serves you as it once did. Before any suggestions are made, we should take a closer look at the origins of the law of sacrifice and its power. Using the law of sacrifice to live a better life. In a nutshell, the law of sacrifice asks you to commit to letting go of what is holding you back. The origins of this law is found in Norse mythology, and in particular in the Norse god Odin, when he discovered how to read runic symbols. The premise of the story is that Odin and his people came across a set of magical symbols that could help them harness magic, predict the future, and understand the true purpose of humanity. Odin was famous for his thirst for wisdom, and so he immediately understood the true potential of these runes. In order to visualize these symbols, he made an enormous sacrifice, strapping himself to an enchanted tree for 9 days straight. He refused to eat or drink, and he repeatedly declined any offers of help from his subjects. The reward for his sacrifice came on the 9th night, when he was able to see the shapes of the runic symbols in his mind's eye. One way of understanding what happened here is that the universe saw and accepted Odin's sacrifice and gave him what he deserved in return. This legend embodies the law of sacrifices. As Odin stepped into the unknown and took risks for what he most desired, so too must we be willing to make sacrifices that take us out of our comfort zone. But what should you do next, now that you understand the reasons why sacrifice is important? What should you sacrifice, and when? What can we sacrifice for the greater good? Holding the law of sacrifice in mind, let's now look at things to sacrifice for success in one's life. These are just some relevant examples, however, let them inspire you to think of other productive sacrifices you can make to boost your manifestation potential. Sacrificing time and energy for a better future. When we talk about choosing to sacrifice now for the future, what we mean is that a wonderful future requires a significant time commitment. You need to be willing to give up some of your present self's time and energy if you want to create a life that excites you and aligns with your true purpose. For example, suppose your future goal is to start a successful new business. Your current self may need to give up not only time but also money in order to get the right kind of training and make the right kinds of connections. Similarly, if you're hoping to start a family with your new partner, your present self may need to exercise patience and work on building mutual understanding with this person today so that tomorrow you can have that happy, loving family you've always dreamed about. Sacrificing negativity in your life. To shift focus away from time commitments and toward emotional sacrifices, consider that you can give up negativity in order to get positivity. Sacrificing negativity could mean everything from working to stop negative thoughts to trying to see others in a more generous light. Signs of negative energy in a person include low mood and low motivation, so if you notice these in yourself, then this is a potential warning sign that you need to trade your negative energy for something more dynamic. If you work every day to respond to each negative thought with a positive thought, for example, you'll soon trade negativity for positivity. This can be challenging at first, as it can feel safer to always expect the worst. That way, you can never be significantly disappointed or let down. However, you'll also never be pleasantly surprised. Sacrificing negativity can change all that. Sacrificing the comfort of procrastination. We all procrastinate sometimes, browsing our social media feeds when we have a deadline. If you've been feeling held back and are wondering how to stop procrastinating, one smart approach is to view yourself as sacrificing procrastination to obtain success. All procrastination is just a waste of time that you could instead be investing in your future, so start making that investment now. What does this look like in practice? One approach is to design affirmations like, "Today, I sacrifice all lunchtime procrastination and work on my job applications." Another is to reduce activities like watching TV to just 1 or 2 hours a week, sacrificing that old, comfortable habit and creating space for creativity and ambition to thrive. What matters more than how you approach the sacrifice is that you frame what you're doing in terms of sacrifice. Like Odin, you will embrace difficulty to achieve success. Sacrificing self-consciousness. When we're self-conscious, we don't feel free to act authentically. We worry about being judged, we see ourselves as unappealing, and we never quite become our best selves because we don't take risks and put ourselves out there. To stop self-consciousness, tell yourself that you're sacrificing those old thoughts and feelings in the name of pursuing success and genuine relationships. You might start by making small sacrifices of self-consciousness, taking little risks. Then, as you get more confident, you can sacrifice self-consciousness entirely. One thing that may help with this sacrifice is understanding where your self-consciousness came from. Try to look back in your history to discover where your negative view of yourself originated. Once you know, try to challenge that perception. For example, you might notice that the person who first made you insecure was jealous of you and trying to hold you back. This takes a lot of the power out of your self-consciousness. Sacrificing the urge of deception. It can be tempting to tell a few lies, especially white lies. You might reason that they make life easier and that no one is really getting hurt. However, lying means exuding a kind of negative energy, and the law of attraction teaches us that we receive what we put out into the world. It stands to reason then, that if you lie, then you will draw deceptive people and false opportunities towards you. In contrast, being genuine and honest makes you vibrate on a higher frequency, one of abundance and positivity. If you want to learn how to stop lying to yourself and others, try to notice when you get the urge, and cut it off at the first impulse. Remind yourself that you are sacrificing dishonesty in the name of achieving your goals in a way that you can be proud of. Sacrifice doing, for being. When we look at the origins of the law of sacrifice, we see that Odin shows us the value of making difficult changes. One of the most difficult shifts is to stop trying to be busy all the time. After all, there are times when we do need to fit in as much activity as possible. For example, sometimes we need all of our energy to pursue a goal like love, financial abundance, or a brand new job. However, once we get the things we want, we must learn how to relax into simply enjoying those things. To learn how to be in the moment, to sacrifice doing, for being, try keeping a gratitude journal, in which you write 5 things you're grateful for each time you need to be anchored in the present. In addition, adding daily mindfulness practices to your life will help you to notice how it grounds you in your body. How to use the law of sacrifice with runes. Now that you understand the law of sacrifice, why not take inspiration from its origin and try using ancient runes? The powerful runes discovered by Odin in Norse mythology can help you clarify your goals, manifest your desires, and commit to sacrifices that support your well-being. For example, you can repeatedly write out specific runes as a twist on traditional affirmation practice, or you can keep a rune stone in your pocket as a constant physical reminder of your commitment to sacrifice. If you'd like to learn more about runes, I've left an article in the description that goes over them in much more detail. If you now understand the law of sacrifice, this is a sign that you are ready to be awakened. And the Awakening is a program that can help you to unlock the cosmic secrets that could help you to fully discover your true purpose of living your best life. When you enroll, it aims to help you to completely transform the way you think about goals, creating healthy habits that last a lifetime. In short, the awakening offers a life reset that will help you embrace your inner power like never before. For more information, check out the link in the description for more details. That's all for this video. As always, wishing you love and light for the week ahead. We'll see you next time.